Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 27th of May 2024 and on the 23rd of this month guys, Ethereum ETF got approved, isn't it? But here's the interesting thing to remember guys, that there is an S1 filing form that needs to be submitted and it might take at least 7 to 10 days, maybe a couple of months, and only after that we would actually see the trading actually beginning so far as Ethereum spot ETF is concerned. So in case if you're wondering why the prices haven't moved up, it is because the trading hasn't kicked off yet. Now look guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, surprisingly it is pretty much the same as it was on the 23rd of this month. So there's not much movement so far as the price of Bitcoin or even the global cryptocurrency market is concerned. But the only matrix that has pumped up the most is that of the market cap of Ethereum. Now Ethereum's market cap guys has pumped up by almost $100 billion, and that just shows the power of ETF, isn't it? So I'll definitely go and touch base on this news. Now look guys, this year the US election is coming up and looks like President Donald Trump is on the verge of making cryptocurrency great again. So we'll definitely go and discuss quite a lot of news that involves President Trump, and he did actually put out a statement guys that once he becomes the president, he would actually release Silk Road founder Ross Ulbricht. So we'll definitely go and touch base on this. Now look guys, right now there's quite a lot of fake cases going on regarding President Donald Trump, isn't it? And most of the time he's in New York. Now what he's done is when he's facing challenges, he is converting that into opportunities, and he did actually make an appearance in Libertarian National Convention. Now because of that guys, his token, that is Trump coin, has pumped up by over 30%. So this just shows the power of politics and politicians in the cryptocurrency world if you're on the right side. But at the same time what has happened is a meme coin that was associated to Biden called as Biden did actually go down by 4.5%. So I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. Now look guys, before the Ethereum ETF approval, the United Securities and Exchange Commission did go after Uniswap Foundation, isn't it? Now there is some news today guys regarding Uniswap Foundation, and they have gone ahead and revealed the assets. So in today's episode I'll give a breakdown of what the assets are. Now what is a bit surprising guys is that the payroll and contract and professional expenses do account for well over 80%, which I do find it a bit bizarre to be honest, because when we talk about decentralization or distributed, it is unlikely that a lot of expenses should actually go to payroll and contract and professional expenses, isn't it? So you can go ahead and make up your own mind. Now in the world of cryptocurrency mining guys, we do have a really interesting update, and that is to do with the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. Now so far as mining is concerned guys, looks like the Abu Dhabi Agriculture and Food Safety Authority, they are not a massive fan of cryptocurrency mining that is actually taking place in farms. So I'll definitely go and touch base on this news. Now regarding Ethereum guys, we do have some drama, and that is to do with Ethereum Foundation and Eigenlayer, and there is a lot of questions regarding conflict of interest. So in today's episode I'll go ahead and explain what this drama is. Now look guys, drama such as this should definitely not be impacting the prices in it, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this news. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode, and like we do in every Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast, I'm going to be covering two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys might be an absolutely giant and positive news, and that has to do with real world asset tokenization in the Middle East. And the news essentially is that Mantra, they have secured strategic investment from Nomura's Laser Digital, and they want to go ahead and accelerate RWA tokenization, also called as real world asset tokenization, in the Middle East and in Asia. So definitely positive news. Now the second news guys is an article which is published in Reuters, and what that actually states is that the United Arab Emirates and the United States of America are going to seal more deals in the world of artificial intelligence. And there is a statement which is put up by the UAE ministry. So look guys, looks like United Arab Emirates is definitely taking leaps and bounds so far as artificial intelligence is concerned, isn't it? So I'll definitely go ahead and discuss this news in quite detail. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the Blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility. Check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing. Go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, the numbers are pretty much the same, except for the market cap of Ethereum and also the 24-hour trading volume. Now, you also need to understand, guys, that I'm recording this podcast on the early hours of 27th of May, and technically it is still Sunday in most of the Western countries, isn't it? Now, so far as the global cryptocurrency market is concerned, it is at 2.59%, and since the last 24 hours, guys, it is marginally up by 0.96%. Now, so far as the total cryptocurrency market volume is concerned, it is at $62.04 billion, and since the last 24 hours, guys, it is up by 15.94%. Now, unfortunately, guys, one metric which I'm really not liking is that of the volume of decentralized finance, and today, guys, it is at $5.75 billion, and DeFi as of today is accounting for 9.28% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now, look, guys, one metric which I've been harping quite a lot is that to do with total value locked, isn't it? Now, today it is at $107.52 billion. Now, look, guys, if you've been listening to my episode on a daily basis, I did actually state that once an Ethereum spot ETF will be approved, the total value locked might actually double, isn't it? But listen, guys, there is a catch regarding the spot Ethereum ETF. Now, so far as the applicators are concerned, they have gone ahead and removed the staking services. Now, truth be told, guys, because of that news, I wouldn't be surprised if the total value locked does actually go down. I don't see a reason as to why the total value locked would actually increase now, irrespective of Ethereum spot ETF to be approved or not, because the applicators guys have gone ahead and removed the staking services, and that is one of the only reasons why the Ethereum spot ETF has been approved in the first place. So these are factors you need to think about as well. Now so far the dominance of total value locked is concerned guys, it is at $36.12 billion, and so far as the decentralized to centralized exchange dominance is concerned, to date is at 29.88%, which just means guys the volume of decentralized exchanges would have definitely pumped up to the roof, isn't it? So let me do one thing guys, let me just quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges. Now Uniswap is at number 1 and its volume is $2.19 billion, followed by PancakeSwap guys. Its volume is almost 1/4 of Uniswap's volume, and today it is at $517.6 million. Orca guys is at number 3rd, and its volume is $387.15 million. The number 4th guys is for the very first time I'm seeing, it is called as Aerodome, and its volume is $188.01 million. And at number 5th guys is Dodo, its volume is $177.06 million. And later on guys I'll go ahead and discuss Uniswap Foundation. They have gone ahead and revealed the assets. Now listen guys, I did not like these numbers to be honest, because it does raise a big question. Is the entire project or protocol extremely centralized? Based on the findings guys, that is exactly what it looks like. So really I'm not sure if they actually thought about it before going ahead and submitting this information. Now look guys, one metric that we need to keep a track on to get an idea on which direction the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum and even cryptocurrency is moving is that of the volume of stablecoins, isn't it? Now for a Sunday in Western countries in early morning hours and Monday, these numbers aren't great, but it is definitely not bad either. The volume of all stablecoins guys as of today is accounting for $56.07 billion, and as of today guys, stablecoins, they are accounting for 90.38% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And out of this $56.07 billion, Tether USDT is accounting for $47.17 billion. FDUSD guys, its volume is $4.34 billion, and Circle USDC, its volume is $4.24 billion. Now look guys, these numbers are drastically going to shake up once the trading of Ethereum actually begins. Now really I'm not sure when the trading would actually begin. It might take a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months for the S1 filing to go ahead and actually take place. Now look guys, if you do want to get more information about what the S1 filing is, what I did guys on the episode that I released on the 23rd, I went ahead and explained all the details regarding S1 filing, and in that episode I also went ahead and explained what the 19B4 form is, so you guys get an idea of what Ethereum spot ETF was and what were the requirements by the United Securities and Exchange Commission. So please feel free to go ahead and check it out. Now let me very quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now surprisingly guys, the price of Bitcoin has actually increased. If you actually look at the market cap, it has gone down, and right now it is at $1.36 trillion. Now when I looked at these numbers on the 23rd of May, that is Thursday guys, Bitcoin's market cap was at $1.37 trillion. Now look guys, you need to understand that I'm looking at these numbers in the Middle East, and the timing of it will be different when you're looking at it from the Western countries, isn't it? Now so far as Ethereum's market cap is concerned guys, from the 23rd of May to now, it has actually pumped up by almost $10 billion. Now look guys, on the 20th and 21st, Ethereum's market cap was hovering around the $340 billion mark, but ever since news regarding Ethereum spot ETF kicked in, and those are positive tweets by Eric Balcones and James Safart, because of these tweets guys, more than $100 billion has been added onto Ethereum's market cap. But listen guys, once the trading actually kicks in, I'm pretty much sure Ethereum's market cap might actually even pump up by more than 10 or 20%. Those are my honest thoughts. Now as of today guys, if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, after a very long time guys, Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is almost the same as Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume. Now look guys, in the last 24 months, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume used to be almost 3 times, certain cases 4 times of Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume. But as and when we got more update regarding Ethereum spot ETF, a lot of them want to go ahead and buy Ethereum, isn't it? And today Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is at $16.42 billion, whereas Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $16.76 billion. Now look guys, when Ethereum switched from proof of work to proof of stake, there were many days, rather weeks, where the 24-hour trading volume of Ethereum was more than Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume as well. So you need to factor what is going on in the world of Ethereum whenever there is any technological update, At a macro scale, the 24-hour trading volume definitely reflects that, and that is just common sense, isn't it? And along with the 24-hour trading volume, guys, Ethereum's dominance is also pumped up, and today it is at 18.20%, whereas Bitcoin's dominance, guys, is at 52.64%. Now this week what I'm doing, guys, is I'm looking at decentralized apps that are working on different blockchain protocol, and every month, guys, I tend to read out these numbers, but me personally, I tend to look at it almost every second or third day. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm going to dappradar.com, and I'm going to be reading out the top 5 decentralized apps that are currently working only on Ethereum protocol, and there is an option where you can select to show the numbers that are working only on a specific blockchain. Now mind you, guys, what I'm reading out is the fiat value of incoming token transfers from unique active wallets to decentralized app smart contract over a period of time. Now when it says over a period of time, I'm hoping it is only 24 hours, cause these numbers would make sense only if it is for 24 hours, definitely not for 7 days. Now the number one decentralized app, guys, working on Ethereum for the very first time is Balancer, and its volume is $7.49 billion. Now look, guys, I tend to look at these numbers forever, and Uniswap version 3 has always been number one, but looks like because the SEC going after Uniswap Foundation, it has definitely impacted the value of incoming token transfers, isn't it? Now as of today, guys, Uniswap version 3 is at number 2nd, and in terms of dollar amount, it is $3.79 billion. Uniswap version 2, guys, is at number 3rd, and its volume is $301.72 million. Now at number 4th, guys, is 1inch Network, and its volume is $142.57 million. Now let me know, guys, if you're one of the users who actually do use 1inch Network, because in 2019 and 2020, 1inch Network was definitely making quite a lot of news. Now the number 5th, guys, is COW Swap or Cow Swap, and its volume is $140.02 million. Now look, guys, because Ethereum ETF got approved, what I want to do is this entire week, I want to go ahead and break down some elements regarding smart contracts. So what I'm going to be doing, guys, in today's episode, I'll go ahead and give us some basic level information regarding smart contracts, and in tomorrow's episode and the day after, I'll try to give us some more information regarding smart contracts, because one thing that separates Ethereum from Bitcoin is the smart contract functionality, isn't it? So what I want to do is, guys, before we look at the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum and Binance BNB coin, let me just very briefly run through what smart contracts are. Now smart contracts, guys, are self-executing contracts where the terms of the agreement are directly written into lines of codes, and these contracts, guys, are stored and executed on blockchain, thereby ensuring that all contractual conditions are met without the need for intermediaries, and when predetermined conditions are met, the smart contract automatically executes the agreed upon action. So look, guys, this goes back to the definition of Bitcoin. The transaction has to be peer-to-peer, and this thing can only happen in open blockchain. In case of permission blockchain, guys, there is a centralized entity or intermediaries in it. Now what I want you to do is, guys, at the back of your head, think of it in terms of real-world asset tokenization. Can it be done on an open blockchain, or do you require KYC? Do you require AML? And can it be done on an open blockchain? Now if you do have any thoughts and comments regarding that, mention them in the comments below. So there are a couple of key characteristics, guys, of smart contracts. That is autonomy, transparency, immutability, self-execution, and security. Now so far as autonomy is concerned, once deployed, guys, smart contracts run independently without human intervention, and all transactions are completely transparent, isn't it? And all transactions and contract terms are visible and verifiable on the blockchain for absolutely anyone to go and view that. Now so far as immutability is concerned, guys, once created, the terms and codes of a smart contract absolutely cannot be altered, thereby ensuring reliability. Now look, guys, this is the area where you need to truly understand what double spending is, because in case of permission blockchain, double spending can actually occur, but in case of open blockchain, immutability is one of the strongest features. Now so far self-execution is concerned, smart contracts execute actions automatically when specific conditions are satisfied. Now look, guys, one of the biggest strengths of blockchain technology is its security, isn't it? And blockchain's cryptographic security makes smart contracts resistant to tampering any fraud. Now at a very basic level, guys, let me just run through how smart contracts actually work, and there is essentially 4 steps. That is an agreement step, the deployment, the third one is trigger and execution, and finally, guys, verification. Now so far as agreement setup is concerned, parties agree on terms which are then coded into smart contract. Now so far as deployment is concerned, guys, once the parties agree on the terms, the smart contract is deployed on specific blockchain platform, becoming a part of blockchain's ledger. Now so far as trigger and execution is concerned, When conditions stipulated in the contracts are met, the contract executes the corresponding actions, and the final stage, guys, that is verification. The blockchain allows all participants to verify the contract's execution and outcomes. Now look, guys, when you talk about smart contracts, they can be used for different industries, isn't it? They can be used, let's say, for financial services, where all these transactions can be done automatically. You can go ahead and settle transactions and also take care of compliance processes. In case of, let's say, supply chain management, guys, you can go ahead and track goods, thereby ensuring transparency and automating payments upon delivery. What about real estates, guys? Think of real estates in the blockchain world. You can facilitate property sales, lease agreements, and even escrow services without intermediaries. And right now there is so much of hype going on regarding tokenization, where they want to go ahead and put RWA, that is real world assets, into tokenization, and real estate is one of those industries which will definitely be benefited by it. Now look, so far smart contracts is concerned, you can also have legal agreements in smart contracts, and automating the enforcement of contracts such as employment and licensing agreements could be an absolutely massive deal, isn't it? Now look, one area where I do feel smart contracts could have been a game changer was the voting systems. Unfortunately, that has not kicked off. So by using blockchain technology in voting systems, guys, we could create tamper-proof and transparent voting mechanism. What about healthcare, guys? You can go ahead and manage patient records, automate insurance claims, and maybe even ensure data security and interoperability. But look, guys, all these things being said, you also need to understand the whole blockchain trilemma problem, because you have scalability, you have security, and you also have decentralization or distributed nature, that I like to call it. So there are a couple of challenges and considerations, particularly when you talk about blockchain technology, guys, and also legal and regulatory issues. Now, is smart contract legal? So we need to understand the legal status and enforceability. And truth be told, guys, these are still evolving at the moment, isn't it? Now, more importantly, guys, there are also bugs and vulnerabilities. There are code errors or vulnerabilities that could actually lead to significant losses. And if you know, guys, Ethereum, they did have a massive attack that is also called as DAO hack, and Ethereum did actually have a fork from Ethereum Classic, which is kind of like the original Ethereum, to the current version of Ethereum, isn't it? Now look, guys, what I want to do next is I want to just very quickly run through some technical overview of smart contracts. So I want to go ahead and touch base on 5 areas, guys. That is different smart contract platforms. The second one is smart contract language. The third one is components of a smart contract. The fourth one is deployment and development. And finally, guys, security consideration. Now, so far smart contract platforms is concerned, the prominent platform for smart contract right now is Ethereum, isn't it? But there are others such as Neo, there is also Solana, there is Avalanche, there is EOS. Now, so far as EOS is concerned, guys, they were considered to be an Ethereum killer, and they were focusing on scalability and usability. So Solana as well. Solana has been making quite a lot of partnership, isn't it? And they're definitely focused on speed and making cheaper transaction. Now, I do remember, guys, in 2017, there was massive hype regarding Neo, and Neo, guys, was also known as Chinese Ethereum, and it does support various programming languages as well. And there is Hyperledger Fabric, which is designed for enterprise use, offering private and permission network. But look, guys, there is nothing called as permission network. The other word for that is software, isn't it? Now, so far smart contract language is concerned, guys, Ethereum uses Solidity, and the most widely used language for writing smart contracts on Ethereum is Solidity. Now, we also have Viper, guys, which is a Python-like language designed to be more secure and easier to audit than Solidity. Now, if I'm not mistaken, guys, Cardano uses Haskell, isn't it? So there are different smart contract languages that different blockchain protocol uses, and you also have chain code, guys, which is used in Hyperledger Fabric, and it is typically written in Go, JavaScript or Java. Now, so far as components of smart contracts is concerned, guys, there are 3 things. That is variables, there is functions, and there is events. Now, so far as variables is concerned, guys, it stores data used by contracts, and so far as functions is concerned, it defines the actions that can be executed. And finally, guys, events, it logs specific activities or state changes in the contract. Now, so far as deployment and development is concerned, guys, you need to go out and write the code, and the contract is written in high-level language like Solidity. And so far as compiling is concerned, which is the second step, the code is compiled into bytecode, which the EVM, that is Ethereum virtual machine, can execute. And so far as deployment is concerned, guys, that is the third step. The compiled bytecode is deployed on the blockchain, creating a contract address. And finally, guys, the fourth step is interacting, and users can interact with deployed contracts through transactions which trigger the contract's functions. Now look, guys, all these things, can it be used on central bank digital currency? Yes, but it is done in a completely different protocol and in a completely different design structure. Now, can CBDCs also have smart contracts? And the answer to that is 100% yes. And what I'm doing, guys, in the month of June, I'm having a session on central bank digital currency. So I'll go ahead and explain how is it that smart contracts work on central bank digital currency. Now finally, guys, I want to talk about security consideration, because look, there have been so many hacks recently in the blockchain world, isn't it? So we need to have regular audits by security experts to identify vulnerabilities, and we need to follow best practices for coding and deploying contracts. And I do feel that right now, guys, since the blockchain world is matured, there needs to be mathematical methods to prove the correctness of contracts logic, and we need to do extensive testing in different environments to ensure robust performance. So look, guys, essentially smart contracts offer a revolutionary way to execute agreements in a secure, transparent and efficient manner, and they have the potential to transform industries by reducing cost, eliminating intermediaries and minimizing errors. However, to fully realize the potential, it is extremely crucial to understand challenges related to scalability, complexity, legal frameworks and security. And as the technology and regulatory landscape evolves, smart contracts are likely to become an integral part of the digital economy, driving innovation and efficiency across various sectors. So look, guys, this is basic level information regarding smart contracts. In the episode that I'll release tomorrow, maybe I'll go ahead and touch base on blockchain trilemma problem. Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now the price of Bitcoin, guys, is at $69,005. Now since the last 24 hours, guys, it is marginally up by 0.10%, but since the last 7 days, it is up by 3.60%. But look, guys, Ethereum since the last 7 days is up by 27.34%, and it's needless to say it is because of spot Ethereum ETF news, isn't it? And in a surprising move, guys, the Security and Exchange Commission, they went ahead and approved all the spot Ethereum ETF, and because of that, it is at $3,922. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 5.15%. Now look, guys, just wait for the trading to kick in, and I'm pretty much sure the numbers will definitely increase. So look, guys, what I'd really recommend you to do is go to Google, look at S1B filing, and try to look at updated information as to when the application will be approved. The best place, I think, would be the US Security and Exchange Commission. Now if you do have any further information, guys, mention them in the comments below. Drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now Binance BNB, guys, is at number 3rd, and since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.62%. And since the last 7 days, it is up by 4.95%, and the price, guys, right now is $604. Now look, guys, in 2024, I've been saying this since a very long time, there are 4 events that are drastically going to change the trajectory of cryptocurrency. The first one, guys, was spot Bitcoin ETF. That thing got approved. The second one, guys, was Bitcoin halving, and because of that, the prices have definitely bumped up as well, isn't it? The third one, guys, I said was on the 23rd of May, and that was to do with spot Ethereum ETF, isn't it? And that has been approved as well. But the fourth event, guys, is at a macro level, and that is to do with US election. And in the episode that I released on the 23rd of May, guys, I went ahead and explained if approving spot Ethereum ETF was a political move, because look, historically, guys, Republicans and right-wing ideologies have definitely been massive fan of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, open source, and even freedom of speech. And President Donald Trump, guys, looks like he wants to make crypto great again. Now look, there was a bill, guys, that got approved, that is FIT21 bill, and surprisingly, guys, in just a matter of few hours, the Democrats were in favor of the bill because they realized that Biden regime is not in favor of cryptocurrency, and that will definitely not play well in the election, so they went ahead and approved that bill. And look, guys, the answer to that is pretty simple, because they did realize that President Donald Trump will definitely go ahead and approve such things, isn't it? Now, President Donald Trump's impact, guys, can definitely be seen in the cryptocurrency world, and he has actually doubled down on his support for cryptocurrency. And he also mentioned something really important in Truth Social, guys. He did actually state that the United States must lead the charge, and he did actually state that there is no second place so far as cryptocurrency is concerned. And also, guys, if you see his newly launched crypto donation portal, they now accept 8 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, USDC, Ripple, and even 1inch. Now, what is a bit interesting and the icing on the cake, guys, is, and this is something which a lot of Bitcoin maximalists would actually like, he has actually pledged to commute Silk Road founders Ross Ulbricht's life sentence to time served if he is re-elected, and most likely, guys, he will definitely go ahead and be re-elected. And he did actually state, if you vote for me on day 1, I will commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to sentence of time served. Now look guys, Trump said this during a Saturday night remark at the Libertarian National Convention in Washington DC, and what he actually said that he's already served 11 years and we're gonna get him home. Now what I'd really recommend you to do is guys, go to Twitter or X and check Ross Ulbricht's tweet, and he was really happy and content regarding this. And I'm pretty much sure guys, a lot of the Bitcoin maximalists will definitely be applauding President Donald Trump regarding this. Now here's the interesting bit guys. After former President Donald Trump's appearance in Libertarian National Convention, the meme coin that is associated with him, that is called as MAGA, that is connected to Trump, has surged over 30% in the past day, and recent statistics via Bitcoin.com actually reveal that Trump coin is in the top performing cryptocurrency over the last 12 months with an astounding 98,352% increase. This just shows the power of President Trump, isn't it? Now look guys, while Trump token is up by more than 30%, Biden's meme, that is Joe Biden, is actually down by 4.5%. Now what is even a bit crazy guys is there is another meme coin associated with Trump's campaign that is called as MAGA hat, and this token is called as MAGA, that did actually rise 80% over the past day. Now look guys, I've always said this, the world requires President Donald Trump not just in the cryptocurrency space, but for general peace and the geopolitical chaos in my opinion. So let me know guys what your thoughts are regarding this. Now guys, let me go ahead and discuss Uniswap Foundation, because they did actually go ahead and submit summary of Q1 2024 financial results, and they did that via Twitter. Now if you go to the show notes guys, you will see the official financial results. Now what that actually states is that as of 31st of March 2024, the Uniswap Foundation had $41.41 million in USD and stablecoin for grants and operations, plus another 0.73 million Uni tokens for employee token awards, and the foundation guys has planned to use $25.77 million for grants in 2024 and 2025, and $2.94 million for previously committed grants, and another $12.7 million for operational expenses through the end of 2025. Now they also put up an image of a chart guys, and what that actually states is that the payroll expenses account for 63.2% and contractual and professional expenses account for 23.8%. That guys accounts for almost 87.3%. Now so far as the advertising is concerned guys, that accounts for only 0.9%, which I find it a bit bizarre guys, because when you talk about Uniswap, they should be spending quite a lot of funds in advertising and marketing, isn't it? Just spending 0.9% seems absolutely ridiculous. Now the payroll expenses at 63.2%. I'm pretty much sure this would raise some red flags when the US Security and Exchange Commission is actually reviewing this, and so far as the contract and professional expenses is concerned, that also accounts for 23.8%. In my opinion guys, it should have been the other way around. They should be spending more so far as advertising and marketing is concerned, maybe even spending more on user experience, because I remember roughly around 6 months ago they did do a survey and they did find out that the user experience was definitely not ideal, isn't it? Now look guys, I've always said this, so far as new technology is concerned, or even metaverse is concerned for that matter, the new user experience has to be 10 times better than what we are currently experiencing, or else people will just not switch. Let me know guys if you agree to my statement or not. Now if you actually go to Uniswap's website guys, let me know if an average person will be able to use it. I definitely don't think so. Now guys, let's discuss some news all the way from Abu Dhabi, and the Abu Dhabi Agriculture and Food Safety Authority guys, they have issued an advisory on farmers prohibiting crypto mining on farms due to potential electricity bill spikes. And the Abu Dhabi Agriculture and Food Safety Authority guys, they have actually stated that such activity is a misuse of farms and violators will face up to 10,000 dirhams. Now this particular news guys is via khalidtimes.com, and the link to that is in the show notes below. Now it's really important to note guys that in 2023 data indicated that the United Arab Emirates accounted for around 400 megawatts of Bitcoin mining capacity, representing 4% of the global hash rate. And there are also talks and plans about setting up Bitcoin mining facility underground in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. So let's see guys how that turns out to be. Now listen guys, there's massive drama going on regarding Ethereum Foundation and EigenLayer. So let me go ahead and explain what this drama is. Because the Ethereum Foundation guys is implementing a conflict of interest policy after researchers, that is Justin Drake and Dan Cutfist, took paid advisory roles in EigenLayer, raising concerns about neutrality and transparency. Now the community guys, truth be told, has mixed reaction. Some are actually praising the transparency, but others are a bit skeptical. Now the executive director, that is Aya Miguyachi, has acknowledged the need for formal policies to maintain trust and impartiality in Ethereum's development. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this drama, guys, because now the Ethereum Foundation is implementing a conflict of interest policy following controversies involving its researchers taking roles in Eigenlayer, which is a competing project. Now look, guys, Justin Drake and Dranketfish, they are prominent Ethereum researchers, and they announced new advisory roles in Eigenlayer, which is a project aiming to scale Ethereum. Now both disclosed receiving significant financial incentives, and Justin Drake, guys, did actually mention that he received millions of dollars, while Fish, guys, received a substantial amount of tokens. Now the community was not happy about this, guys, and the crypto community reacted with mixed feelings. Some, as I mentioned earlier, guys, praised the transparency, while others expressed skepticism about the timing and motivation behind the disclosure. The skeptics, guys, do actually suggest that the disclosures were prompted by a leak within the community. Now there is massive conflict of interest, isn't it? So let me know, guys, are you someone who's okay with it, or do you think it is a conflict of interest? Because concerns have risen on whether the researchers could maintain impartiality given the financial ties to Eigenlayer, which competes with Ethereum Foundation's own scaling solutions, isn't it? And Jordan Fish, guys, also called as Kobe, who's a prominent cryptocurrency trader, has directly questioned Ethereum co-founder, that is Vitalik Buterin, about the foundation's link to Eigenlayer. Now Ethereum Foundation, guys, has definitely responded, and the executive director, guys, that is Aya Miyaguchi, who I mentioned earlier, did acknowledge that relying solely on individual judgment for neutrality was insufficient, and Aya announced that a formal conflict of interest policy has been in development and would be implemented soon to address these issues and preserve the foundation's credibility. Now look, guys, if you look at it, this is something which does actually happen in a centralized world, isn't it? Now look, guys, if the SEC is looking at how this thing evolves, I'm pretty much sure Gary Gensler will definitely not be liking this, considering the fact that he recently announced the approval of spot Bitcoin ETF, isn't it? Now so far as the impact of Ethereum is concerned, guys, the situation has sparked a criticism of confidence in Ethereum Foundation, raising concerns about transparency and potential influence of external financial incentives on the direction of Ethereum's development. And the controversy, guys, centers around Eigenlayer's ability to allow Ethereum validators to double dip on the stake assets, which competes directly with Ethereum scaling efforts. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this? Are you in favor or are you not in favor of it? Because look, guys, we need to make a decision about trust and transparency, and what kind of an impact will this have on wider blockchain ecosystem. Now look, guys, the Ethereum Foundation is addressing potential conflict of interest by implementing a formal policy following the appointment of his researchers to advisory role in his competing project, that is Eigenlayer, isn't it? And this move, guys, aims to ensure transparency and also maintain the community's trust amidst concerns about the influence of external financial incentives of Ethereum development. So let me know, guys, what are your thoughts regarding this. I think, guys, it's completely okay. At least they were completely transparent. But it could be possible that you might be viewing it completely different, isn't it? Now mention your thoughts in comments in the comment section below. Now, guys, let's discuss two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now this news, guys, might seem to be like a positive news. The only question I have, guys, is will it be done on an open blockchain, or will it be done on a permission or centralized blockchain? So the news essentially, guys, is Mantra. They have secured strategic investment from Nomura's Laser Digital, and they want to accelerate RWA tokenization initiatives in the Middle East and also in Asia. So let me go ahead and break down this, guys, because this investment aims to accelerate Mantra's RWA tokenization initiatives in the Middle East and Asia as well. And the investment extends Mantra's recent funding round, and Mantra, guys, aims to become the de facto RWA layer 1 blockchain for Middle East and Asian markets. What about other countries, guys? Is it restricted only to a specific region? This is a massive no for me, isn't it? But nonetheless, guys, what this news actually states is that Laser Digital Investment supports Mantra's vision on bringing finance on-chain, and Laser Digital, guys, provides regulatory understanding and commitment to compliant RWA tokenization. Now look, guys, I'm really curious to check if this is going to be on an open blockchain or permission blockchain, because this partnership, guys, leverages Laser Digital's financial expertise and regional footprint, and Mantra, guys, empowers institutions and users to unlock the value of real-world assets securely and efficiently. And Laser Digital's established presence in the Middle East supports Mantra's growth in the region. And Laser Digital, guys, holds a virtual asset broker-dealer license from Dubai's WARA, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, isn't it? And Laser Digital, guys, also holds a management and investment service license from Dubai's WARA. And Laser Digital has an in-principle approval from Financial Services Regulatory Authority of Abu Dhabi Global Market. So look, guys, these are some heavy-duty giants in my opinion. And Jace Mohiddin, guys, the CEO of Laser Digital, has expressed excitement about supporting Mantra's RWA initiatives, and Mantra, guys, aims to lead in secure, scalable and compliant RWA tokenization, and John Patrick Mullen, the CEO and co-founder of Mantra, highlights the importance of Laser Digital strategic partnership, and this partnership with Laser Digital guys is seen as an endorsement of Mantra's mission, and the collaboration aims to address key challenges in mass adoption RWAs such as scalability and regulatory compliance. And because of this news, guys, Mantra positioned itself as the world's leading RWA layer 1 blockchain for the $16 trillion RWA economy. So let's see, guys, how this thing evolves, and it's going to be really interesting to see how will it actually work on an open blockchain. Now look, guys, tokenization is the next buzzword, isn't it? But I'm curious to check how will it work on an open blockchain, because you need to do KYC, you need to do AML, and what if the KYC and AML is not in place? Because when you talk about open blockchain, guys, it is permissionless and it should be censorship resistant, isn't it? So let's see, guys, when I get more information, I'll definitely give out more information regarding this. Now, guys, let's discuss some positive news in the world of artificial intelligence. And this news, guys, is actually published via Reuters, and the United Arab Emirates and the United States is planning to seal more AI deals, and the United Arab Emirates and US, they want to increase investment in AI as part of strategic partnership, and the UAE State Minister of AI, that is Umar Sultan Al Ulama, did actually make the announcement, and the UAE, guys, aims to be a global leader, which is led by government-backed firm G42, and heavy AI investments are part of UAE strategy to diversify itself from oil. Now look, guys, Saudi Arabia is also positioning itself as an AI hub, isn't it? And there is a lot of positive competition, in my opinion, and Umar Sultan Al Ulama, guys, has highlighted the strategic partnership between UAE and the US, and he's expecting more deals. Now look, guys, Microsoft is investing $1.5 billion in G42, and they're also gaining a minority stake in a broad seat, and I definitely covered this in my Crypto and Coffee Date podcast, I believe roughly around 3 weeks ago. And G42, guys, will use Microsoft Cloud Services for its AI application under the deal, and this partnership, guys, is backed by the security assurance from both US and UAE governments, and the deal comes amid US efforts to counter China's technological advancements. Now look, guys, the United States recently blacklisted 4 Chinese companies for acquiring AI chips for military use, and Al Ulama, guys, emphasizes UAE's neutrality, allowing businesses with varied global entities. Now look, guys, so far as energy is concerned, diversified energy mix, including nuclear energy, is crucial for attracting AI investments to the UAE, and the United Arab Emirates, guys, is discussing small modular nuclear reactors but has no concrete plans yet. Now the United Arab Emirates, guys, has operated a South Korean-built nuclear plant since 2021, and the UAE also plans to tender 4 more nuclear reactors possibly this year. Now the French minister, guys, that is Bruno Le Maire, has expressed openness to UAE investing in France's nuclear energy sector as well. Now France and UAE, guys, they have signed a strategic partnership to weigh out during his visit to Abu Dhabi. So look, guys, definitely positive news. Now it's really great to see, guys, that the Middle East are definitely taking leaps and bounds in newer technology, isn't it? Be it, let's say, cryptocurrency, blockchain, NFTs, and now even artificial intelligence. So definitely positive news, and it's great to have positive relationship with the United States of America as well, isn't it? So these were the news, guys, from cryptocurrency, blockchain, and artificial intelligence world, from Crypto and Coffee Date, from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, mention them in the comments below. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And guys, please feel free to go ahead and check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It is packed with loads and useful information. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Cheryl, who asks, how do you see the recent strategic investment in Mantra by Nomura's Laser Digital, including the tokenization initiatives in the Middle East and Asia? This is exactly what I said, Cheryl, in today's episode. The investment is absolutely great, and the recent investment in Mantra by Nomura's Laser Digital is definitely a very big deal for tokenization, not just in the Middle East in my opinion, but probably in the entire world as well. Because look, for news such as this, Cheryl, having Nomura backing really boosts the credibility of Mantra's project, and investors and stakeholders, in my opinion, are more likely to trust and support initiators when they see a well-established financial institutions like Nomura in it. And if you do some research on Nomura, they've been an absolute giant for well over 100 years in my opinion. Secondly, Cheryl, this partnership also means that Mantra now has access to more resources and expertise as in it, and with the financial support from Nomura and also the technical know-how from Laser Digital, Mantra I do feel can develop more advanced and secure tokenization platform, which is absolutely crucial for addressing specific needs and challenges of this region. But the only question that I have is, which platform will it be built on? Can it be built on open blockchain? Because look, Cheryl, we need to understand the pillars of open blockchain, that is open source, permissionless, censorship resistant, borderless, neutral, and also publicly verifiable. Now you need to have all of these things if you're building it on an open blockchain. This goes back to why Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, because prior to Bitcoin there were different cryptocurrencies, but they all had double spending problem, isn't it? Now if you want to do RWA tokenization, like what Mantra is planning to do, it has to be done on an open blockchain, or they might portray that they are doing it on a permission blockchain, and there is nothing called as permission blockchain, because in permission blockchain, you can go out and double spend, and that just defeats the whole purpose of using blockchain in my opinion. Now regarding this news, I do feel that regulatory support is another big benefit, because Nomura's experience can definitely help Mantra navigate local and even international regulations more effectively, leading to possibly, let's say, a more clear and supportive regulatory framework. Also, look, Cheryl, Nomura's extensive network will definitely help Mantra expand its market presence quickly, and it is definitely positive news. Another thing we need to understand, Cheryl, is that tokenizing real-world assets can unlock a lot of economic potential by making investment more accessible and liquid, and Mantra's initiatives, which is supported by Nomura, can contribute to economic growth and diversification in this region, thereby fostering a more inclusive financial ecosystem in my opinion. So this investment, Cheryl, is definitely set to drive major advancement in tokenization of real-world assets, and it'll definitely get in more innovation and economic growth in the Middle East and Asia. So definitely an interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And guys, go to my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. It is packed with loads of information in the world of CBDCs, tokenization, Bitcoin cryptocurrencies, and even metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East, from cryptocurrency, blockchain, and now even the artificial intelligence world. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.